Welcome to Moonlight Madness. Today we're doing the readings for Water, Sun, Moon and Rising, and today I'm using the deck by Radley Valentine and Doreen Virtue, illustrations by Howard David Johnson. I had the deck for a very long time. It's one of my personal favourites. I now use it just for my own personal readings. I've got another deck for private readings or readings for other people. I was picking up too much of their energy. I just didn't want to pick it up anymore. The first card I've pulled for today, we're also using Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reid. This is my guidance cards. I'm playing around with my selenite today, which selenite helps to enhance and boost whatever stone I'm playing with or working on, for whichever star sign. First card I've got is the Three of Cups. Most people would have celebrated Mother's Day, which would have been not even a couple of days ago, last Sunday, a week ago, there you go. And so you're still probably receiving gifts, belated Mother's Days, because some people don't always live in the same state. So celebrations may have had to be delayed because you've had to travel to go see your mum or grandmother if it was. It's the celebration of that day, the three being also representing of the mother, maiden and crone, the fertility card, the creativity card as well. You may be creating something that's starting to gain traction, whether it's online presence or just something creative that you're into. You might draw, you might write, you might journal to express emotion, singing, acting. There's a lot of things going on how to express. That's maybe what you need to do. You need to do all three in order to feel like you're expressing yourself and getting all those emotions out on paper or in a drawing or dictating on like on a YouTube channel. That's the same sort of thing. Now, what you're coming is crossing your path is yourself. So you've got someone around you who's also a water sign. Sun, Moon or Rising, they are Scorpio, Pisces or Cancer energy. They could be in the nursing field, they could be a midwife, they could be a nurse. They are around you. They are a good friend to have it in your back pocket. It could be a very nurturing, a mother-like figure, but she's so busy trying to talk to all the sunflowers that, you know, they all want her attention. She gets exhausted very quickly. So it's good that she gives out her nurturing and her care, but also you've got to remember to keep a cup for yourself. You've given all your cups away, you've got nothing to fulfill your own emotional well-being. You have to refill your own cup. It says, listen to your heart, intuitive insights you can trust, probably taking care of too many people at once. Perhaps you're getting worn down from it and you get sick because you absorb their energy. I've got to be so careful. I'm an empath, so if I pick up on someone's energy, whether it's their clothes, their jewellery, or I've done a massage on someone, I can sometimes take out, remove what the problem is, whether it's stress related and they've got an upset stomach. I'll then go home with that upset stomach or that headache because I've taken it, I've removed it from their body and absorbed it accidentally. So the card, the crystal I pulled for this from Rainbow Runner, I did all my crystals from, is the obsidian, or it can be called tourmaline sometimes. I think tourmaline is a little bit different, slightly different. So that's a good card to balance and earth the emotions. When the emotions are overwhelming and you can't control them, tears come out of their eyes. A lot of water signs have teary eyes. They can tend to water a lot because their emotions are bubbling beneath the surface. They haven't managed to transmute them. This is a good crystal to transmute it and to calm down that anger if they're upset about something. In the past, you've got the ego. So maybe you had a problem with ego in the past. You may have been very arrogant when you were younger, or you may have felt the illusion of being trapped where you lived. You may have had this oppressive Capricorn energy amongst you. Maybe it was a step parent or someone that lived in the home with you that you felt burdened by. They may have had a drinking problem or a substance abuse, and you may have got caught up in a lot of fear and worry. Maybe you had a substance abuse problem in the past because you were overcoming a grief or moving through some emotions that had been brought up. The next card I pulled, and it's a Capricorn energy, so it's like addicted to drugs, sex and rock and roll. That's what Capricorn energy is. Most people that are musicians are usually Capricorns. They're usually very good musicians too. The Sun, and they're very disciplined at work. The Sun represents recent past, is that there might have been a birth of a child in your family, might not be necessarily yours, or it can mean happiness and putting plans to work and perfectly amazing ideas that lead to rewards and commendations, gratitude for the blessings of life. You may have been extremely happy in a job that you recently were at, or you were learning a new trade because you've got the unicorn there. The unicorn is all about purity. You may have been going through a period of releasing substances from your health might be improved, has it improved because you've gotten rid of the stresses that was pulling you down. Now with the sun card, I always think about Leo, because Leo's, this magnitude of the sun is a Leo, it's represented by the sun. So I pulled a crystal for the Leo, which is a lion energy, and I got the tiger's eye, which is for protection. You may have had a Leo in the past that was with you in your life, that was in a relationship with you. The next card I pulled was the Ace of Winter. This represents downloads, spiritual downloads from the 5D to the 3D. You may be getting these messages in your sleep, or you may be getting them during the daytime. I get mine during the day as well as during the night. Mine doesn't switch off, so I'm a bit different. So they say crystal quartz is good to breathe in positive energy with the crystal for around a four phase of counting up to 4, holding for 4, and then releasing with the black obsidian, the negative energy. Breath work, breathing out the negative energy with the black obsidian. It's talking about doing some breath work. That you may have a lot of things going on. You may need to communicate clearly and accurately amazing new ideas that should be implemented. You may be getting downloads in your sleep. You may be getting future events being told to you in your sleep. It's saying you need to sleep more. You may have been through a very busy period. Like Christmas time for me was madness. I was working round the clock, maybe 6 days a week. I was never home. I hit the pillow, I would sleep, and I would drag myself out of bed every day to get to work on time because I had 2 buses to catch. It was a nightmare. I had no time for people. I had no time for family or friends, and I got really run down. I got very sick, and so did all the girls that I worked with. So, you know, you can have an excess of, again, addiction to a work ethic. You could be addicted to drugs, sex, rock and roll. You could be addicted to exercise. You could be addicted to working. That's another addiction. Sometimes people replace one addiction for another addiction. I know some people that have smoked all these years end up eating a lot, so they've got a food addiction. It's all about the mouth, and they say in criminal psychology, a person that uses alcohol or smokes cigarettes has mother wounds, mother issues. The next card I pulled is the Four of Swords. This is doing, you have to go within. You need to have downtime. You've been out there for quite some time, and now they're asking you to go within. You're going to have to do a hermit mode. The Four of Winter is in the next month. Oh, hang on. Winter. No, that's Cups. I always get these confused, so I write them down. So in the next 4 weeks, you're going to be winding down. In the next week, you're going to be getting downloads. Very strong. I think there's a full moon, someone said on the channel, on the community. The 22nd or the 23rd of this month is a full moon, so you may get a download like in the next week, some very strong sensing ideas, things that are coming to the surface. And you'll have strong dreams. My dreams are like movies. They're like a movie. And I'm watching them. I want to wake up from them sometimes, but I can't because I'm just so trapped in these images. And we've recently had talk about, on different readers I've been watching, about how the eclipse was crap and nothing happened. Oh, it did, buddy. It did. We had tsunamis. We've had 4-scale winds. We've had floods in different countries. That's what it was talking about. It's talking about possibly the end of the world, because one of those things could have ended that country. Therefore, the world is not intact as it was before, because we've lost a country. It's gone underwater. You know, there's different ways of an apocalypse or the end of time. Like locusts hit the, you know, they said about back in the days of the Egyptian, they had 40 days and 40 nights of rain, or they had locusts attack them. Like, there's different terminologies in the Bible that we kind of take as gospel, but it might mean something like weather formations or crops that have died, or something's happening on a global level, which is what did happen. We've got here the Four of Swords, which is 4 weeks' time. You're going to have to take time out, it's saying, and get more rest, get to bed early. Don't be so physical. You're going to have to wind down. If you're studying right now, you're going to have to get to sleep earlier, so you can get up earlier to do your study or whatever you're trying to master. Meditate, resting due to an illness, taking time off. There's great power in quieting your mind through meditation or taking a break. Solutions that previously eluded you become because you overthought it. Yeah, some of you might overthink things. Again, a lot of water signs are very similar to air signs. So it's saying here, it can become crystal clear. If you're facing a challenge, take this card as your sign that you need to stop thinking about it for now. Again, the emotion code by Dr. Bradley Nielsen. I read the book. Talks about when someone's got cancer, or they've been given the diagnosis they've got cancer, all they can focus on is that the cancer is going to kill them. They focus on that word, and so the cancer spreads. It doesn't get better because the attention's been drawn to that area. If you ignore it and pretend it's not there, that it's just you got to live with it, and you accept it, it's going to shrink in size. They've actually done studies on these things as well. So if you're facing a challenge, take the card as a sign to stop thinking about it for now. Focus on something else or take steps to diffuse the troubling situation or clear out pent-up emotions. So the emotions might be bubbling beneath the surface, causing you to have ailments in the body. The old saying with beauty therapy is homeostasis is perfect balance within the body. If your life is out of balance, your work-life sleep balance is out of balance, then your body will start to break down on itself. Healthy sleep is critical for a happy life. It allows the mind to rest and rejuvenate so that your waking hours are more productive and filled with optimism. Show your body the love it deserves by providing it with the time it needs to recuperate. Seek out ways to counteract stress, which is what I have issues with. There could be a shocking realization or a fight with a fellow person. Could be fighting with Taurus or a Virgo or a Capricorn. Some petty argument could blow up because of something they've said. And if you've got Aquarius in your chart, like I know my son's got Aquarius in his chart, you've got to be so careful with a Scorpio with Aquarius in their chart because they do get very cranky and they're very sensitive as well. So air, what does it do? Air will help to flame the fan or flame the air. Fire and air do not get along because fire gets lit up by air. Air will fan the flames is what I'm saying. So you've got to be careful. It can be a very flammable situation with a Taurus or someone with Taurus in their chart. They could be a water sign with Taurus in their chart and air. So there's all that. They could get very whipped up very quickly. 16 is the Aquarian energy. It talks about structures that aren't solid that they'll be pulled down. They will pull down a structure that isn't solid, like an earthquake or a flood or gale force winds. These are all tower type situations. The need for significant change, a wake up call. Yeah. Watch your path to happiness. Try and find a way to get your happiness. Change is disconcerting. Keep your eyes on the future. What do you see coming? Look into your sleep. That's why you need to sleep more because you need to see what's coming for you. I've pulled who's around you is the Queen of Pentacles. Who's protecting you is the Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn energy around you, whether that's a parent or it's a fellow Taurus that you're friends with. They're also the goddess of, we're in Taurus season still, the goddess of love. Venus rules Taurus, which is love. So I've got a quartz, rose quartz for that. Self-love is very important. You need to maybe go easy on yourself. Maybe this week you need to be less harsh on yourself. You may hold yourself accountable or have a very regimented lifestyle with diet and exercise. It's telling you to ease up on that, to try and give yourself a little bit of downtime, like allow yourself to have a cheat day or allow yourself to have some bad food for you, once or twice a week. Because otherwise you don't appreciate it when you do. If you have healthy food all the time, it becomes boring, and you don't might get sick of eating the same thing. So maybe if you sort of change it up on weekends where you have cheat days. I think you need to have a cheat day here and there, just so you can appreciate when you do get to have food that's naughty, but you want it every now and then. A love of gardening, a wonderful parent, and it says here, like a fairy godmother, this person comes about and swoops in to save the day. She's generous and giving and loving to make dreams come true. She adores luxurious and beautiful things. She could possibly spin straw into gold if you asked her, and she'd certainly love to give it a try. Her family means the world to her, and she has the ability to run a small company and a large household. She has a keen eye for decorating. Her motto is form and function. Her tastes are also very expensive, which is great because she's very discerning and very picky. Fortunately, she's great at making money because she spends it like crazy and she tends to marry well. There you go. Magic swirls around her and the rabbit represents fertility. The card I pulled next, which could mean you've got a Virgo around you too, or who likes you, is a hermit card. I pulled the bloodstone for that because they're all about health. And your health needs to be looked at right now because you need to hermit and get away from people to get well. Your health is going to have to come first and be your first priority above work, above family, above friends. You need to concentrate on your health. You need to have downtime. Very important to isolate yourself. Scorpios especially need to have downtime. Taking a peaceful break from society, pondering the mysteries of life. reconnecting with Source. You're never alone when it appears that you are actually surrounded by God, angels and fairies. You can help ask them for assistance. It's important to shine your light so other people can follow in your footsteps. In this way, you're a beacon of inspiration for them. Emulate the kind of person you admire so that others may learn from you as well. It may be time for you to begin teaching or acting as a mentor to those in need of direction. Our hermit holds a gilded Star of David, symbolising celestial guidance and the lineage of biblical King David. Now, if you notice the star, which if you're an Aquarian, there's shining stars in the sky, the hermit is actually got a lantern, the Virgo, which means she's holding the star, the Aquarian energy, in her lantern to shed enlightenment on the world. You need to maybe enlighten the rest of the world with your psychic visions and your downloads. You may need to make things online, draw attention to what's coming in for the world, because you may have your psychic antenna is peaking right now because we're coming to a full moon. You need to maybe voice and narrate that and put it out there on the community in the channel so people can be alerted to it. The next card we've got is the King of Pentacles, the counterpart to the Queen of Pentacles. So in your future you may have a Virgo that's sniffing around for you. They could be in a position of power. They're charismatic, they're gifted, they're accomplished, they're assertive, they can take the trash out, be running a million different projects, talking with the local members of council on how to raise awareness for bushfire, floods, or relief packages for the homeless. But they can possibly be never home because they're busy off doing the PTA meeting, or they're busy trying to make noise somewhere else. They like to run a very tight ship. They like to see all their things around them. They like to have faithfulness, loyalty. They're like the king in his counting house, counting all his pennies, right? He likes to see all the things he's accomplished. He's that sort of person. But if you hurt an animal, then you don't want to cross him because he loves animals as well. Very dedicated, very down to earth, very earthy energy is around you. So that might ground you a bit. If you've water, then you might need someone to ground you. The next card I'm going to pull is the Clarifier. This is the Colette Baron Reid Wisdom of the Oracle. I've had 4 days between doing this because I've been busy with TAFE. And TAFE's got a lot of homework I have to do at home, so I've been doing that. And I haven't really been out of the house just to go and kind of get food and to pay bills and just chill out. Sometimes you need people to be away from people for a bit, to get that time away, to get that space to process emotions. Okay, we've got 2 cards I'm pulling. Oh, it's not a change in the wind because it's upside down. No change. Oh, and that's upside down too, but that's okay. You've got come to the edge. No taking chances or risky behaviour. This is what it's saying. Do not make risky behaviour. A lot of people that I know that are Taurus, Virgo or Capricorn are very cautious. They don't jump in with their both feet. They're very careful and they're very choosy who they pick as a partner. If they've been burnt in the past, they're going to be even more choosy. The 12 is the next card, a change in the wind, and it's reversed. Right, it's saying there are conditions brewing in your life you have no control over. Don't fight them. Change is inevitable and is for the best, for the higher good. Even if the storm blows away, the structures you think you've built your dreams on will turn out as it should. You will have the renewed clarity and strength to do something better. Spirit is your ally. Yeah, there's changes you're making, which is a good change. 36. Maybe going back to TAFE has been a good change for you to have something to focus on rather than your thoughts and emotions. Fear is leading the way into places you don't need to go. Most of what you fear at the moment is an illusion stemming from an old belief that isn't even true. Now is the time for courage. You will not be lost at sea. You will not watch everyone else get what they want while you are left alone and unloved. Oh, the drama of it all. False evidence. Haha, fear. False evidence appearing real, which is fear, is hovering over you. The more you dwell on fear, the more real it will become. Ask yourself, who is in me is afraid? Love that part of you. Ask, is this true and real right now? The answer most likely is no. Give yourself a hug. It's okay to be scared. Courage must be summoned. In spite of the fear, even when you're not feeling confident, spirit will always catch you. Yeah, I was fearful about doing this course. It's been 10 to 15 years since I've gone and done a waxing on anyone, or a facial, or any of those things, and I was petrified. And I thought, I'm going to fail this because it's been so long. But, you know, that's the way you learn. You fall down and you get back up and then you try again, and you try again, and you try to perfect it because it's repetition and repetition. For people like myself, ADHD, we need to do lots of repetition, which is what I'm doing. First card I first crystal I pulled for the Hermit card was the Bloodstone. Bloodstone is for health. It's for protecting your health, getting well so you don't get sick and run down, looking after your health. Black Obsidian is all about protection, looking after your person. It's an earth, a grounding energy. It's really good for people that are students, teachers, lawyers. It helps give, helps balance out all those emotions. If you get a bad temper and you can't control your emotions, it helps you control them and look at things with a cool head rather than emotionally driven. Good grounding card if your head's everywhere or your emotions are influencing your thoughts and your thoughts are influencing your emotions, and then you're making wrong decisions based on wrong thoughts, and wrong thoughts lead your emotions up the garden path to the wrong concept, the wrong decision, because you're basing it on emotion and fear rather than on logic and reason, which is what you have to tap into. Then you've got here the downloads, which is the Ace of Swords, and you've got the downloads, like I said to you before, breathing good energy for 4 rounds of 4, breathe in, hold it for 4, breathe out, release on the negative, which is the crystal with obsidian, 4 breaths, releasing 4 breaths out on the dark crystal, which was a good movie, by the way. Jim Henson did that. So the Ace of Winter is quartz. The quartz is clear mind, clear thoughts, crystallized thought is coming through. Pure downloads from the divine, from God, is coming through to you at this time. You have to listen to them when you're asleep because you need more sleep. We've got here the rose quartz, which is about self-love and love, and it's the crystal you need to use to attract love, because if you have self-love for you, then you'll attract love for yourself that is vibrating on your energy level. And Taurus is all about Venus. The rising planet is Venus. Tiger's Eye is for protection, which we've talked about before. So in your past, you may have needed protection from a Leo who may have not been firing on all 4 cylinders. That's what I'm picking up here. So the Tiger's Eye, I'm going to Google it. Sorry, I'm just going to quickly read out of Tiger's Eye. It's been a long time since I've looked it up. I know if you have 2 in the room, it can be quite unnerving because it's too much energy. It's like having 2 eyes staring out, which is 2 lots of intuition staring out. It's he. I had to take 1 away. I had 2 in my other room when I lived in a university community, and I found it too much. I had to get rid of one of them. Tiger's Eye here. That's you. Should be under eye. Tourmaline. Topaz. Tiger's Eye. No, Tiger's Eye. That's Tiger Eye. That is a Tiger Eye. Tiger's Eye. Fire, Earth, solar plexus, sexual creativity. It's a member of the quartz family. It's fire and earth. Sorry, fire and earth. Yeah, that's it. It's a solar stone of vitality, practicality, physical action. It stimulates the root chakra and the solar plexus, and assisting one in taking effective actions in response to the needs and challenges of physical life, remaining grounded, calm and centered. Tiger's Eye is a stone of mental clarity that activates and whets the intellect, sharpens the sword of logic. It also opens the mind to embracing paradox, enabling one to simultaneously hold contradictory ideas in a non-judgmental acceptance that does not try to solve the conflict by favouring one. Tiger's Eye energizes the body to accomplish the imperatives of the will when one needs to persevere through extended time, hard effort, and entangling difficulties. Wearing or carrying Tiger's Eye can lend one the strength or courage to overcome fatigue or discouragement. It aligns the lower chakras. As a stone of the golden ray, Tiger Eye can aid in making contact with the vibrational realm of Christ consciousness. Wow. Meditation with this stone can help one to move into a state in which one resides as a point of awareness within an atmosphere of warm gold dust, a place permeated with unconditional love and compassion. When one returns, one does not wish to simply float around in a consequent bliss. Rather, one wishes to take actions informed by that consciousness, which will bring its energy more fully into the physical world. As a stone of balance, Tiger's Eye works as it does with paradox. It allows one to find the harmonious center between all types of polarities. It helps one to see both sides in a disagreement. It is an excellent stone for professional mediators going through difficult negotiations, such as divorce or custody matters. Are encouraged to bring along a Tiger's Eye. Tiger's Eye enhances one's ability to find common ground with the other, will often inspire a similar response. Tiger's Eye harmonises with all the crystalline members of the quartz family, as well as malachite, seraphinite, and most types of jasper. Moldavite adds positive transformational energy that helps one through stuck places, assisted by Tiger's Eye, vitality and strength. The Tiger's Eye is a really good mediator if you're in a court battle or you're a lawyer and you're fighting out a custody situation. That's all I have for you today for water signs, which we've got a lot of earth in this reading. You may have a lot of earth placements in your chart. Have a great day.